Hi, in this video we'll take a very quick look at the basic elements of an Adobe Connect screen. By this point you've already downloaded and installed the Adobe Connect plugin onto your computer, and you've launched Adobe Connect, and you can see here the very basic initial screen that you see. I just want to give you a very fast overview of some of the elements and what they're called. You see, the Adobe Connect screen you're seeing here is really a collection of different pods, or these areas of capability. For instance, this is called a sharing pod because it allows us to share my screen, a document, or a whiteboard. Over here is the attendees pod. Down below it in this layout is the chat pod, where students can post questions, etc., while we're doing a class session. Over on the right side all the way here, an instructor will see the different layouts. And again, these layouts are really just different arrangements of these pods depending on how we're teaching. Those are the kinds of things that we get into in more advanced training in Adobe Connect, but for right now, just so you know, here they are over here. The attendees pod allows us to see who's listening in and allows us to communicate with people. It also allows us to do breakout rooms, which is again another advanced feature of Adobe Connect. But I want to show you a couple of things. First, this meeting menu bar above, and it allows us to do things like name our meeting and so forth. But here, we're under Manage, Access, and Entry, we can invite participants, and it's in this screen that we can send out a link to our students if they, for whatever reason, aren't able to access it through Moodle. Down below here as well is the audio setup wizard. And I show you this because the audio setup wizard is what we would use to test our system to make sure that the audio is going to work. It's the kind of thing that you would have students do on their own prior to class if possible. And certainly if your students during class are having problems either getting their mic to work or hearing you or something like that, what may happen is they'll send you a chat and you can refer them to this meeting page right here. Also, under the meeting window here is record meeting. And again, once you start class, you want to click that record meeting so that it records an archive of the main classroom. Now, this meeting menu bar up here really is kind of the most critical one. You definitely need to learn that one and practice with it a little bit, and make sure your students know how to find that audio setup wizard. I want to show you the layouts, and again, this is a little bit more of an advanced feature, but it's here that we can go to change or create new layouts. The pods, as I said before, if you're laying out your course layout or your session layout, you can add different pods to any layout that you want, and this is where you would do that. And finally, there's an audio tool here which allows us to give microphone rights to our participants if that's what you want to do, enable single speaker mode so only one person at a time can talk, and so on. There's also this speaker, and again the speaker allows you to mute your speakers and also to enable them. On the microphone as well, you would need to click that, and it would have to show up as green so you would know that your microphone was enabled. There's a camera icon, and also here, raise your hand icon, so students can actually raise a hand, agree, disagree, etc. During a class. And so it's a way for them to communicate with you. It creates a message somewhere on your screen letting you know, hey, somebody has raised their hand. Just quickly, if you want to share your screen, you can click Share My Screen. It will bring up the screen like this. My desktop is in the view behind here. And when I click share, it'll actually share my desktop with my users. Now, I won't do that for today, but what I would ask you to do is experiment with these things. Take a look at our documentation on Moodle, and I really urge you to connect with Justin Dedeg, who is our Adobe Connect and really our instructional technology expert and manager at HU. Justin does regular training sessions on Connect every week. So please drop in and see him. Thank you very much, and good luck with Connect.